Well, hello there, folks. I'm Joe Strauser. Welcome to episode 3 of the Boxcar Songbook. This episode is about Prohibition. If it's your first time catching one of these, I'm looking back at songs that have influenced my writing and that I like from different eras and traditions. And today I'm looking at some songs from the Prohibition era. I've got a little extract to read to you. So if you don't know about Prohibition, it's a period of time in America that happened between 1920 and it was abolished in 1933. So a 13-year period where it was prohibited to make and sell intoxicating drinks. So at this time, although all these things were illegal, obviously people were still drinking, people were still producing whiskey, and a lot of people in impoverished and minority communities were also making their own whiskey, which was called bootlegging. The whiskey they produced was Moonshine, and I'll read a bit here from, this is from a book about Blind Willie McTell, who in his time used to bootleg whiskey, and he also used to sell it in Atlanta. This is from some family members of his who were being interviewed about their selling of alcohol during Prohibition. When I came up, my Uncle Borat and them, they were still making whiskey. They were still moonshining back then when I was small. And I remember one night he took me to go and get some. I said, "Ooh, where are we going with no lights on?" And he said, "Well, no, you turn on the lights and the boogeyman will get you." Now, I didn't know about, until I got older, was that he was talking about the police. And they'd catch us down in the woods. Oh yeah, we went way down across the fish pond dam, through the water, and we started loading it down in the car. Outside it was so dark I couldn't see him. And then when he came back, I saw he had 2 jugs in his hand, and he threw them in the car, and we came on back. A girl called Annie says, "My sister took me with her one night, and I didn't want to go with her another night. I was scared all the way down there and back. She went and hid down in the field. I didn't want to go with her anymore. I was scared." And they all acted like they didn't, and that they weren't scared. And that's all they drank back then, along there, that moonshine. You know, if you got caught back then, they could fine you a big fine. You could be fined up to $1,000. So that's a little bit of context about where these songs are coming from. And I'm going to start with an old folk tune that is called "Goodbye Old Booze." Let's get my guitar. I've been learning a lot of the songs for this one. They're new songs to me, so I hope you enjoy them. You tore my clothes, you swelled my hair. Well, goodbye, booze, I'm going to bed. Oh, we had a time, but we couldn't agree. Won't you see what booze has done to me? Well, goodbye, booze. Well, never no more. My boozing days will soon be old. We had a good time, but we couldn't agree. So goodbye, booze. See what you done to me. You swelled my head, and you broke my heart. So goodbye, booze, it's time we part. We had a good time, but I couldn't agree. Goodbye, booze, see what you done to me. She whispered low, how sweet the sound. Let's have another go on the merry-go-round. More like the sherry-go-round, you know what I'm saying, folks? We had a good time, but we couldn't agree. So goodbye, booze, see what you done to me. Well, goodbye, booze, never see you no more. You know my boozing days will soon be old. We had a good time, but we couldn't agree. So goodbye, booze, see what you're doing to me. So that's a song called Goodbye Booze. We're here doing Prohibition tunes if you're just tuning in, folks. The next one that I'll do is, what will I do next? It's a great question and it shall be answered right now. I think I'll try, this is a song that was performed by Clarence Ashley and Gwen Foster, who is an exemplary harmonica player in rack, and I'm no way if I will pull off anything quite to his standard today. But this is a song called the Bay Rum Blues. Now, Bay Rum was a patent medicine that you could buy in pharmacies or in stores, but it contained alcohol, so people would drink it to get wasted, and you'd get... if you got caught doing it, you could get in trouble with the law, and this song is about that. I'm going to be talking more about patent medicine during the Prohibition era next week, where the episode will be about the Jake leg or the Jamaican ginger paralysis. I've got a bunch of songs about that. But here's a tune called the Bay Rum Blues. While starting this one up, I'll say a bit of something about the song. It mentions all the time the Railers chain, and apparently this was just a local store, a local shop you could buy Bay Rum in. Well, I went to Gastonia looking around, bought some Bay Rum, police grabbed my arm, said, come on boy, let's go downtown. One bottle didn't mean no harm. Next thing you know, he grabbed my arm. He said, come on boy, you're chain gang bound. Second offense. Well, hello buddy, I know you, downtrodden shit and broken shoe. you're on your way to the railer's chain. Well, election night, I went downtown. The babe robbed my house, they were hanging around. Said they were by the railer's chain. Roosevelt was wet, Hoover was dry. So goodbye, Hoover, bear on by. I'm on my way to the railer's chain. Thanks, folks. That's a song called The Bay Rum Blues. That was by Clarence Ashley and Gwen Foster. So the next song that I'm going to do is a tune that is by our good friends, the Mississippi Sheiks. So bear with me for 1 second. And this is a song that's called The Bootlegger Blues. It's a really nice tune, and the melody of this song sort of slips into some other songs that I know. Particularly, it fits nicely in with Payday, the Mississippi John Hurt tune, and it also sort of slips into 500 Miles, which slips into another moonshining song that I'd heard through a documentary. But I'm going to play this one. It's called The Bootlegger's Blues, the Mississippi Sheiks. There's a whiskey on my back, sheriff on my track. I'm gonna make it to the woods if I can. Take my word to go, my babe, they gonna end up in the county jail. Make it to the woods if you can. If you can, oh if you can, oh Lord. Make it to the woods if you can. Have to leave your home, sit with a bottle of corn, make it to the woods if you can. You may think they're doing you wrong, send you to the county farm. You can make it through the woods if you can. If you can, if you can, oh Lord, make it through the woods if you can. When you go out for a load, sheriff will catch you on the road. Make it to the woods if you can. It's a mighty surprising thing to hear the 44's ring. Make it to the woods if you can. If you can, Lord, if you can. You gon' make it to the woods if you can. Ever since the state went dry, the bootleggers stood shy. Get it from the sheriff if you can. If you can, Lord, if you can. You gon' make it out the way the sheriff if you can. If you can, Lord, if you can. You gon' keep out the sheriff's way if you can. Well, thanks, folks. That's a tune by the Mississippi Sheiks. It's called the Bootlegger's Blues. Yeah, well, let's keep picking. If you're just tuning in, this is episode 3 of the Boxcar Songbook. Here's to you. Today we're singing songs about Prohibition, from the Prohibition era. And this next song is, well, should I do that one? I should have come up with an order before I started. Yeah, this next tune is a Tampa Red song. It is called You Can't Get the Stuff No More. I tell you what, I think I'll finish on the Tampa Red. So I'm going to play a different one now. This is a tune that I learned from Roscoe Holcombe, but it's an old traditional song. And it's called Moonshiner. And I'm going to sing it a cappella, so we're all in for a treat there. I'm very excited. I don't think I've really ever performed an a cappella song before. I should let this little beer burp come away. Fantastic. This song is called The Moonshiner. Why, I've been a moonshiner ever since that I was born. Why, I drunk all of my money and I stilled up all of my corn. Why, I could go to some dark holler and set up my moonshine still. Why, I will sell you 1 gallon for a $5 bill. If I go up my dark holler and get myself some booze, if the revenue don't catch me, my money I won't lose. Come, oh, you moonshiner, and stand you in a row. You are so lonesome I know. Well, oh, you pretty women, I love you oh so fine. Your breath smells so sweetly, just like that good moonshine. Well, I've been a moonshiner ever since that I were born. Why spend all of my money and I stilled up all of my corn? Thanks, folks. That's a song called Moonshiner. I learned that from listening to Roscoe Holcombe. And the song I'll finish this little session with is called You Can't Get the Stuff No More. Let me put my finger picks back on and get my slide on, because this will be a slide guitar number. Oh, wrong guitar, Joe. Here we go. Always trying to remember the first line. Well, bootleg Sal used to live across town. Law came around and they shut her down. Now you can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can't buy. Can't get the stuff no more. Remember the place up on Dago Hill. Lord took the gal and the liquor still. Now you can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can't buy. Can't get the stuff no more. On State Street, used to give it away. Now you can't get it if you offer to pay. You know you can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. How you try, you can't buy. Can't get the stuff no more. Well, Mozo used to sell her grease. Got in trouble with the chief of police. Now you can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. How you try, you can't buy. Can't get the stuff no more. All them gals used to walk the street. Lord done walked them off their feet. Now you can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. No matter how you try, you can't buy. Can't get the stuff no more. Well, there goes Joe with the big old knife. Somebody been messing around with his wife. Now he can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. How you try, you can't buy. Can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. Can't get the stuff no more. How you try, you can't buy. Can't get the stuff no more. Thanks, folks. That's the number called You Can't Get the Stuff No More. How am I doing for time here? Oh, lordy. Well, yeah, I think that's it for this episode. This has been the Boxcar Songbook, looking at Prohibition songs. Catch me next week when I'm going to be looking at songs from the same era, but specifically to do with the Jake leg or Jamaican ginger paralysis. If you enjoyed the show tonight, you can send me a tip over on PayPal at paypal.me/Strouser, or you can head to joestrouser.bandcamp.com. I've got a few EPs I've recorded this lockdown, so go and have a look at that. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you next week, if not before. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.